Rick, let's get up to speed. Automotive News has been reporting on the new massive tax and funding bill known as the OBBA, aka the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. We'll soon see the effect it has on purchase intent for EVs and how much money the tax cuts put into the pockets of Americans. One of the tax cuts is a temporary tax deduction for auto loan interest on new U.S. assembled vehicles. Rick, how do you anticipate this will influence consumer behavior and new car sales? And what do you think the implications would be for dealers?
Yeah, well, great question. Obviously, some limitations in there too, as we know. I think it's capped as a single filer at $100,000, I believe $200,000 as joint filings. I think ultimately what the goal is a couple of things. It's one is, can we drive consumer demand, and can we drive it specifically towards domestic production? I think to really maximize the potential benefit there, the loan has to be far above what normal loans are now. I think it would be in the neighborhood of around $110,000. But anything there, I think, would be a help for the consumer. It's too early to tell whether we're going to try to pull away from the leasing market or pull away from the used vehicle market. But certainly the intent is clear. The intent is, let's drive the American consumer to American or North American made vehicles, or American made vehicles, excuse me, and give them some incentive to purchase when maybe they may be holding back a bit.
Yeah, it is an incentive no matter what the size. Rick, as for funding, the OBBA will repeal federal tax credits for electric vehicles. It just came into effect. How do you think this change will affect a dealership's strategy for selling EVs and F&I products for EVs? And what do you expect the long-term impact to be on the EV market?
Yeah, I think we are going to be able to finally determine what is the true consumer demand for EVs. I think with the subsidization that's running at levels 2x over internal combustion engine vehicles, it was enticing to people, and I think the electrification movement is undeniable. But I think we're going to see some true market fluctuation now as we're in this period where the credits have expired. Just as a related note, I think when you look at whether it was GM or Hyundai or Elon Musk, they're all professing it. They see some rockiness in the upcoming quarters, but they're all firmly committed to the mid and long-term view and future of EVs. And I think the amount of investment around EVs, and specifically the EV charging experience, whether it's Walmart or creating these opportunities to do multiple things while your vehicle is charging, are enormous for the consumer. So I think in the short run, I think we're going to see sales drop. I think it'll be overall for 2025, it'll be a strong year, but as people race to take advantage of those credits. And then I think we'll see a normalization of consumer demand around the EVs. But I really think it's going to be around the charging and the charging experience that'll ultimately kind of pull that forward in the marketplace.
Yeah, I completely agree, Rick. Thanks for talking to us today on Up to Speed.
Thank you, Emma. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.